Evening, evening. Oh, sorry, very funny angle for you there. Oh, sorry, made you a bit dizzy. Made you a bit dizzy. Do beg your pardon. Right, let us start. Good evening. Welcome to us this evening. Sue and Sandra, Samantha, all the S's. And Sarah. Hi, Sarah. And June and everybody. Oh yeah, thumbs up. Don't forget that. I'm just reading your messages through. Thumbs up because I'm here. I am a calyx queen, I tell you. I've never put so many units together in all my life. I was going to say that I'm almost a callus queen, but no, I'm all right. It's it's not too bad, but we're doing well. Okay. So we have got the October card kit here for you this evening. Now, those of you that are card kit subscribers will already have yours winging their ways to you, and I dare say they should be with you hopefully on Monday, some of you, but indeed, if not, the next couple of days. And also some people have already ordered the Snow Adorable paper pad that is sort of part of it. It's not the paper pad doesn't come with it, parts of the paper pad do, but I'll show you all in just a moment. And Maximumcrafts is with us this evening, which is great, thank you, to show you where the links are highlighted in yellow if you're looking at the chat. So let's, without further ado, show you this little bit of gorgeousness. So, whoops, if you are purchasing such a thing today, the October card kit, you will receive the Maximum Crafts Christmas Night die set, 2 black cards, 2 Snow Adorable papers, which will vary, 1 white card, 1 pre-cut white circle, and a 5x7 envelope, because your kit will make a 5x7 card. You'll need to have your die cutting machine and scoreboard and scorer, that type of thing. And our lovely June will be writing the instructions, and I will be sending out those to the email addresses of all the people that order the card kit. Okay, so bear with me just 1 second. Hold on. Realised that my glue was in another room. Honestly, if you could see this place at the moment, we are almost there with moving everything over, but by golly, I can't even find the right trimmer just at the minute. So yeah, so let's show you the kit. So this is the kit. You'll get your 5x7 envelope. You'll get your, let's go for this. You get your card, which is your 2 black pieces and a white piece, so that's all there. You'll get your Snow Adorable. Now, they are absolutely gorgeous with the little animals, the little baby animals. They are beautiful, but I've actually used it for the other side because it's the other side that's got the interest for me. Now, there are 4 different scenes. I'll whiz through them in just a second. There's 4 different scenes that you may get, but they're obviously all wintry. And then you will get a selection of covers that will go with it for the front. Now, even in some cases, some of the papers you could, if you wanted, use the animal. I'll show you what I mean. But he would be chopped about. But so they have been designed in this pack for you to be using one with the scene and one with the other side. And they come from this paper pad. As I said, you will get 2 sheets of it. But just to whiz you through, you will see that you've got these Snow Adorables. Now, this one would make a lovely scene. If you've got this one, I think you could still use him and not be too cruel to cutting one in half. The same with the little wolf cub there. But as you can possibly see as I'm flicking through as well, you've got this side, which is going to be used as well. So I haven't picked any that won't work. They all work as one scene. And is that the one that I'm going to use? I think it is, yeah. You can see that scene there. Then you've got this gorgeous iceberg scene there, which looks beautiful. Another foresty scene. And then, is it that one as the other one? Yeah, another foresty scene. And this one here. Beautiful. So you've got all of your selections there. Okay, so the paper pads are available as well, but they're available as an add-on if anyone wants to use those. Those are on the website as well, and it's maximumcrafts.com. Do not forget. Now, you also will get in your pack a pre-cut beautiful circle die. Now, these are a die that I will be bringing out in a little while, so they're not available at the moment. So you already have the pre-cut circle in your pack to use for your kit today, but it's not available at the moment. So just in case anyone thought that. Okay, so let us make a start. Oh no, let's show you the card. So the card, this is the front. Now, if you do wish, you could put your sentiments or anything like that. But the beauty of the card is that it's a gatefold, but then it comes out like this. So you can see that you've got your circle here. You've got your gorgeous Christmas night die set, which could be chopped about. You could chop out your Father Christmas and his sleigh. You could chop out this little scene here, just perhaps have just that little bit if you wanted. So it's a really versatile die that you can use in different ways. And as you can see, it's got also this lovely scene. So if I put it in absolutely flat, you can see where that scene is. So it just looks really beautiful. But when you actually put it up, that's how it stands. That's how it folds, and then you've got room for any sentiments and writing on the back. Okay, so that's a 5x7 finished card. So let's take you through from the beginning. So to start off with, we're going to take one of our pieces of white card and we're going to hopefully trim it down. When I say that, we are going to trim it down. It's just I've no idea where my trimmer's gone. So I have trimmers which may not have sharp edges. Oh dear. So I am going to trim it first to 10 inches. And for those of you that like inches, I'm working all in inches today. So it is 10 inches that away. I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to take it to 7 inches that away. So it's a piece of card that is now 10 inches by 7. So I've just trimmed that white piece down. Okay. Then I shall have to get my scoreboard because I can't find my proper thing here. So bring that in. And we are going to score along the long edge at 2.5 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches, and 7.5 inches. Okay, now this video will be available always, and so after the live video you'd be easily able to stop and start it when you wish, but also the measurements will be sent to you by email so that you can read them, print them out or whatever. But just to reiterate, you have got 2.5, 4, 6 and 7.5. Okay, so we'll pop that to one side and let's just score that so we know which way round it goes. So our 2 outer pieces, they come into the card so that we've got our gatefold meeting in the middle there, and then these 2 lines fold the other way so they will keep this middle section more pronounced. Okay, so that's your base of your card like that, but when it's finished it will be folded together like this and popped into your 5x7 envelope. Okay, so let's pop that to one side for a minute and let's cut some card. So we're going to first of all take one of our black pieces And I'm going to cut it down to start off with on the short side to 6 3/4. Oh, let's get the right bit. 6 3/4. Okay. Because all of my measurements to start off with are going to be all 6 3/4. So I've just chopped that all down so that I don't have to worry about extra little bits there. So to start off with, I'm going to need 4 pieces, which are 2 1/4 wide. So I just need to take my edge of my card to the 2 1/4 mark. And as I said, it's inches. So that's 1. Whoops. 2. 3. And 4 pieces like that. So that's all 4 pieces, which are 2 1/4 by 6 3/4. Now, not sure what I'm going to get out of this one, but I will get another piece, which is 1 1/4, as I need 2 pieces, which are 1 1/4. So let's go for that one. Just about squeeze it in. 1 1/4. Whoops. Oh, let's move that bit over there. Get it right. Okay, so 2 pieces that are 1 1/4 by 6 3/4. And then I need just 1 piece. I wonder what this measures. Just going to not get away with that. Let's just trim that off of this side. So I need 1 piece, which is 1 3/4 by 6 3/4. So I just needed to cut 1 extra piece. Okay, so I'm going to put out all those pieces so you can see them in all their glory now. So we have 1, 2, oh goodness me, 3, 4 pieces, which are all 2 1/4 by 6 3/4. And we have 2 pieces which are 1 1/4 by 6 3/4, and 1 piece which is 1 3/4 by 6 3/4. So that's all of those pieces. Okay. So let's take them over here and we can pop them into place. Now I'm going to flatten my card out, but I'm working on the piece which is actually the inside of the card. So I'm going to work on the inside of the card. So that's the bit where this bit sits upright. So on my 2 outer pieces, I'm going to take my pieces there. So these pieces measure the 2 1/4 by 6 3/4. So that's going to go into there. So that's on that piece, leaving that little white border around. Okay. And then let's go on to there. So if you're new to the channel, we do a monthly card kit. It's always launched on the first Sunday of the month. And you get all of the cards and all of the bits and pieces that I'm showing you here this evening so that you can replicate what I'm doing, including the die or stamp set or whatever it is that we are needing to use. Now I've got my 2 smallest pieces, which are just 1 1/4 wide, and they're going to go onto the next sections. So again, matching up top and bottom so they're in a nice straight line with the ones that you've already done. 1 on that side. And 1 on the other. Again, matching up that straight line. And then in the centre, we've got the piece which is 2 1/4 by 6 3/4, and that's going to go in the centre there. So all in place like that. And then I'm going to close this up like that. And these two pieces go on here as the front of our card panels. So let's just pop them on. Then all the black pieces are done. We still need the black card, however, because we're going to cut out the die from that. So yeah, it's the card kits are so popular. They have really done very, very well. They're always, I don't know, they revamp your thumbs up link not working. Oh my goodness. I'm not sure why that is, Teresa. But keep trying, keep doing thumbs up. Perhaps you've already done it, didn't realise you did. I don't know. But yeah, card kits, just even if you're a very experienced crafter, they just give you that boost of being able to think, oh yeah, I could do that, which is ideal. So all the black bits in place there. Okay, so I'm going to pop that to one side, and I'm going to take my piece of card, which is for the front panels. So as we said, we know that we've got patterns on both sides, but one of them is a scene and one of them is more sort of patterned or snowflake, some of them this type of thing. So from here, I need to cut two pieces which are 2 inches by 6.5. So I'm going to bring in my cutter, and I'm actually going to cut a piece which is 4 to start off with, 4 inches, because then I've got some left over. And then I'm going to turn that round and then just trim the end so that it is to 6.5. And then turn that back round again and just cut it in half at 2 inches. So I've then got 2 pieces which are 2 inches by 6.5. Then I'm going to get my beautiful scene. So this is the one that I'm going to use now, and it needs to be 6.5 inches long. So when you look at the card, you can see that we are looking at as if we're looking at a scene, but we need to have it so that we've not got all trees, or chop the trees off, or chop the bottom off when there's something that we really like. So we need to position where we would like this. So I'm first of all going to trim a little bit, just a slither. When I say a slither, if we really want to know, I'm cutting off about 1/4 inch from the top on this particular pattern, but the others will vary and you might want it somewhere different. I'm then going to turn it around, and then I'm going to take my piece of paper rather, to the 6.5 mark. And when I put that down, I think I'm quite happy with that. So 6.5. So that piece is waste. But when I turn it round, you can see I've still got that beautiful seam there. Now, because I want the seam to flow, I'm not going to say to you, cut 2 pieces which are 2 inches and etc., because it needs to be done in an order if you want to have the seam, if you want to have the seam working like this. Okay, so I'm going to take it first of all to the 2 inches mark here first, and I'm going to cut that piece first and pop that to one side. Then I'm going to move it along and I'm going to cut a 1 inch piece. So I'm not taking it out of my runner, just going to the 1 inch piece. Then I'm going to move it along and cut it at 1.5. Then I'm going to move it along and cut it at 1 inch. And as I said, all of this will be written down on your instructions for you. And then finally, I'm going to move it along and cut this last piece to 2 inches. So you've just got enough. Okay, you've only got that little slither left over. But as you can see now, I've cut it in that order so that I've still got, keep it in that order, I've still got my pattern there. I've still got my scene there. So I'm then going to bring in my panels here. Let's just put these over to one side. And then I can start assembling it. So I'm going to work as it was. I'm going to go for this side first. Oh, look though. That little bear is peeking out at me. So I'm just going to pop that one on first. So this goes onto the right-hand side. And again, sits in there. So you've got that little bit of black border. Then I pick up my next piece. I'll be glad when that little bear is not poking out because he's so gorgeous. And then that one goes in there. And I'm trying to keep them all so that they're in line, okay, with the other ones. Then my middle piece. If you were doing this design and you weren't worried, the design of the card, and you weren't worried about your pattern, then obviously you could have cut it in a different way. You could have cut 2 pieces at 2 inches and all this sort of thing. But because I want to keep that picture going on, it has to be done in this order, okay? So that's this one. And then finally, we've got this outer one. And as you can see now, that looks lovely, doesn't it? All that pattern is still there. Okay. So we've got a limited amount of these, I'm afraid to say. Well, we have with all card kits, which is why we encourage people to do the subscriptions. If that's what you want, you can always opt out of the subscriptions. You don't have to have them every month, but to just make sure that you do get one. So I'm then going to close my card up, and my 2 little panels here are going to go onto here. Okay. Now, again, you could have had it so that, oh, that's very pretty as well, isn't it? Oh, do you know what? I like that. I'm going to do that side. You could have even had one of the little animals here as well. I need to burnish this so that it sits nicely, or nicer. So let's bring in that. So that was a random choice, wasn't it? At the last minute. And then we're going to cut out our Christmas night. Okay, so that's how that's going to look. Pop that over to one side. Bring in my Christmas night. So as you can see, oh, not that one. As you can see, that the reason why that one was with it was because I was thinking that just a plain circle behind would look nice, but you know what? No, it wouldn't. And so that's why you got a sneak peek of something that's coming later. So as I said, all in one. We've got some black card left over from what we were doing earlier. So I'm going to tape that down. And then I'm going to run that through my machine. But I'm also going to first of all, I should have said, I'm just going to trim that down slightly so that I'm only using a smaller area. It does mean that I've got a bit of card left over, but it also helps a bit more. So let's pop that in. And I'm going to run that through my machine, which you can still find my machine amongst it all. So that's good. That is a good start. Now, as I say, I've got my, well, my poor machine doesn't like, I've got the wrong plates on it because I can't find my other plates. Honestly, I'll tell you, if only it was, it will all be worth it, but it's all falling out here. Gosh, I've hardly got anything to chop out, but obviously I need to chop that into place and then just poke out any of the little bits. Now, the little bits I would suggest that you might miss is just the little reins on the reindeer, a little bit down there on that tree, and make sure his legs are separate. But yeah, that's it. You could add a little bit of glitter to any of this. It would work beautifully as well. Just need to poke out some of these pieces as well. So yeah. So the card kits, as I say, we will have just two more before Christmas. So they will be sort of Christmas orientated. Oh, beg your pardon. And just check all these little ones here. Right, there you go. Now, really simple to put together because he simply fits within there and just within it, so that you can just see that little pretty edge, which I think just didn't detract from the die set itself, but also just gave it a prettier finish than just a plain circle. I hope you agree. I think that does look very nice. So a little bit of glue just to stick him down. You could always add extra to this. You could put a little bit of gold behind the windows of your house so it looks like the lights are on. As I said, you could glitter it, so that would look nice as well. You could put some foam on it so that it was a bit more prominent. Just put some glue onto there. But yeah, it's a lovely, and as I said, you can also chop this die about so that you've got all different sections. So it's not just one scene. It could be 2 or 3 scenes or more. If you chopped even more, you could do a whole row of houses and whatever. So then I'm just, as I said, pushing that into place, trying to make sure that it's fairly even if I can. And there we are. So I'm then going to bring my base card back over. Now, if I could find, but I very much doubt I could, so I'm going to use this instead. I just want to burnish these edges because I didn't get round to doing that. I just want those to be nice and sharp. And this one, because it makes all the difference to whether they actually then sit down nicely. Because I didn't do that and I should have done. So that sits better. So then when we open it up, this little piece here is the bit that is slightly proud. And I'm going to pop that onto there. And I am going to put 2 strips of foam down the back. But I'm going to do it onto the actual back of the centerpiece there. So I'll show you what I mean in a second. Let's get the right ones out. But I can't find the right ones. Well, I wouldn't do, would I? So I just want to, I'm going to put one there and one there, because I know that that's going to be my top. And then I shall put 2 down here. So I'm not putting it absolutely in the middle. Well, I'm putting it in the middle of the card here, but I'm not putting that absolutely in the middle because I'm putting it slightly up because I want to make it look as if it's floating through this beautiful scenery. But of course, you can put yours where you like, wherever you feel it fits in well with your scenery. So I'm just putting those on there. And then just remove the sticky bits, protective bits. And then hovering that over the top, just making sure that this is the bit that's straight. If you make sure, if you made it so that Father Christmas was flying his antlers, his reindeer, straight-ish, you would be wonky here. So this is the bit that you need to pay the attention to, that you're actually keeping on a straight basis. And then just try and even that up. I'll flatten the card down a bit so I can really see what I'm doing. So I've made sure that I've got my circle within this section so that when I shut it up, it's not catching. Okay, I just press down. And hey presto, there is your beautiful Christmas night scene on a lovely scenery. But as I said, they do vary. You can see that this one is different again. So this is a different scene. It's one of 4 scenes, and they different pieces for the frontage will vary as well. You may get, I've changed them both into a bluey colour, but some of them are more of a grey colour. They do just go all in really, really well. Oh, this is looking very posh. So Maximum Crafts is at their best here. The subscription email, yeah. If you do wish to have a subscription to the card kits in the future, because this one with the subscribers, so what happens is you send me an email, send you all the details, or you send my friend Sarah an email, and we send all the details out to you, and that will tell you all of what it is. But basically, you have your name on a list to give you a first chance pre-order. That's as easy as that. If you don't want it, you don't order it, but you have 3 days. You're sent it out a week beforehand. So the folks who are pre-ordered people were sent that out last Sunday. Actually, they were sent it out on Monday, I think. I forget now. But anyway, week before, and you have a few days with which to click on your link, and you may well get a special offer to do it and things like that. It does vary. Okay. So yeah, that's what happens. But as I said, it's not relevant for this one. It's if you want to sign up in time from November. You don't have to unsubscribe to it, but if they remain, if your account remains dormant for 6 months or more, then you may find that you have slipped down the list, and you can always be reinstated if you wish. So in the meantime, we do have this kit still available, or at least in time of me going online we did, so hopefully you will have. As I said, you have got the beautiful Snow Adorable paper pads available as well, and this die set is only available and will only ever be available as part of this kit. So it isn't available on its own, it's only part of a kit, but it's excellent value. For under £11 you get the whole lot. So, you know, go and treat yourself. Why not? I'm glad that you like it. So thank you so much for saying that you do, everybody. Thank you to Maximum Crafts for helping me out. It's really lovely. We are, just remind you that we are not around, or I am not around at the moment on Wednesdays. Just had a phone call just before I came on line today to say that my brother-in-law, who many of you know is not well and has been in hospital now for 10 weeks, has just had a fall. Can you believe it? So we are rushing off to see how he is, but hopefully all is not too bad, as we have arranged to go and see people to talk about him coming home. But that's going to be a little bit further off again now, isn't it? So there you go. It is a beautiful sunset here, down here on the south coast of England. So I hope it is where you are. I hope you've had a great weekend, and thank you so much for joining me and your support as always for these card kits. Coming back next weekend with a really super new die set for you. So if Christmas is not your cup of tea, that I've still got Christmas things coming, but not always Christmas, because to be honest, we're getting to October. So now we need to ramp up those Christmas card ideas and different bits and pieces. So yeah, thank you very much for your kind words. As I said, all of your kits will be going out, or have gone out rather, to the subscribers. And those of you who have ordered today, your kits will be going out from Tuesday. So giving me a chance to do that tomorrow, get them all ready for you. Back again next Sunday, the 12th of October at 6 o'clock, usual time. I really hope that you can join me then, and take care till then. Thank you very much. Oh, don't forget thumbs up down here somewhere. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.